This is a question that goes a little bit past the first few weeks, but for the first few months. Rana says, I felt so much better now that I'm taking the cream and the DHEA. It's been a few months now, but recently I felt like my libido is at an all-time low, even with an increase in the DHEA. She's kind of wondering what's going on. Should I stay the course?
So libido is almost always multifactorial, which means that it's usually not just one thing. And so the hormones can do only so much, but I would look at other areas of your life. I mean, obviously relationship issues, but stress, especially this time of year. Most of us are a little stressed out with the holidays. It can be a very stressful time of year for people. Sleep, are you getting enough exercise? And just what I call the busyness of life. Sometimes you just get so busy doing good things that you just don't have anything left for your libido, for your personal life. And so some things to think about, make dates. It sounds not very romantic, but scheduling time to have intimacy can be important, especially if you have kids. These are things that can be really helpful. The hormones can do so much. Usually there's other things going on as well. It's not usually just one thing.
And for women, probably the largest, part of our libido and the biggest piece of that is our brain. So it's not like we can just flick a switch and be ready to go. If your partner is not helping you, if you have a lot of the significant workload in the house and you're managing a lot of things, sometimes it can be so mentally exhausting that you don't really even have an effort, that desire. So yeah, it is multifactorial. There's a lot of other resources out there that we could share too, but you can also talk to your Winona doc about it as well. I usually recommend to patients to check out the love languages and try to figure out and trying to bring intimacy back into your relationship. When I would talk to husbands and partners in the office, when I was still seeing patients in the office setting, you got to treat women like they're a classic car. You can't just hop in, turn on the engine and drive cross country. Like, we need to make effort. You need to do the foreplay, do the things to build up that desire. And I think it's so very important. Men and women's bodies work very differently when it comes to sex and libido, and we have to think about that.
The other thing I would tell the guys is, so if your husband's listening, it gets to the point in a marriage, foreplay is doing the dishes and putting the kids to bed.
Yes, yes.
Pamper.
There's nothing sexier than a guy vacuuming or mopping the floor.